Hi, this is Wade Tolles. I'm a Senior Sustainability Software Application Specialist for the IBM Engineering Tools. And for the next few minutes, we're going to be talking about dashboards. Within the ELM environment, you can have dashboards for your team or your project. You can also have dashboards that are personal to you. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and we'll log in as Pete. Pete has access to a number of projects. And you'll note that we're logging into Pete's personal dashboard. So within Pete's dashboard, he has several widgets that he has that are useful to him. He can run tests on the performance health check, but basically he's got a very minimal dashboard because he really doesn't need anything immediately at this point in time. But if we go forward and we look at Pete's My Projects, let's go ahead and look at his requirements management for his auto requirements. For example, we'll click on his automotive requirements project, and then we're going to look at his project dashboard. Now, you'll note that the project dashboard is very different from Pete's personal dashboard. He has functional safety tables, analysis information. He's got quality scores and a number of different tabs on his dashboard that allow him to see various pieces of information about his project and what's important to that project. The same is true for the other applications within the automotive analysis. For example, if we go into the automotive testing project, we'll note that Pete's dashboard, or not rather the project dashboard, has information on traceability and execution. If we look at the workflow dashboard for the same project, again, note that there's a lot of information that's available to Pete from within the project dashboard. Now, the thing that's different about personal versus project, as we noted initially, is that Pete's dashboard is very, very minimal. There's very little information on the personal dashboard. So let's go ahead and look and see what happens when a new project member is added to a lifecycle project. And this is the same for any application. So you could add a member to any individual, say requirements project or others, but we're going to show it in the lifecycle project so that we can see very dynamically what happens when a new user is added to a project. Now I'm going to go ahead and add myself because I'm not in this particular project. I'm going to add myself to the project. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And your administrator will be able to do this very easily. Now I'm going to go ahead and add myself to all the different capabilities just because I don't want to sort through what I can and can't do in this demonstration. So we'll go ahead and give me pretty much full-blown access to everything within this project, within the workflow, within the testing, and within the requirements components or pieces of this project. Now I've got full access. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back just so I can demonstrate what's happening here to Pete's dashboard. And we're going to log out of Pete and then log back in as me. So if I can spell my name right, that would be great. And we'll say Wade. Now, note that when I log in, we'll go back. Actually, it came in because I left Pete's dashboard. I'm going to go now to Wade's dashboard. And note there is a difference between my dashboard and Pete's dashboard. I don't have the performance check, and I have a couple of welcome screens. So a new user should get some basic stuff in their personal dashboard. But you'll note that I've only got access to a couple of projects. Pete had access to many. If I look at my requirements dashboard for the project itself, just like Pete, note that all the same information is on my project dashboard as Pete had on his dashboard. And that's important to understand, is that when you're added to a project, there is a project dashboard that should be common to everyone, that will be common to everyone. And there's a personal dashboard that is very likely different for everyone. And that's going to be for each of the applications, whether it's the test management or the requirements management or the workflow management. The project dashboard will include whatever information you have access to within the project. Now, if you don't have access to some of the information that someone else does have access to, your widget may not include the same information. That's important to understand. So, from a dashboard perspective, however, each project should have all the information that any individual that's added to that project will need to understand the workflow within the project. So if you get added to a project and you log into your personal dashboard, the first thing you should do is number one, if you want to add something yourself, you can certainly do that. You can add widgets yourself or reports and customize your own personal dashboard as much as you'd like. But once you have the project access, you should understand that your project dashboard should look just like everyone else's. And if it doesn't, just go to your project administrator and ask them to add whatever appropriate widgets belong in the project that you're working on that everyone else should have access to. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at kenneth.tolles@ibm.com. There's a link there to the quick starts. If you want to try these things out in your own on your own time, please feel free to check the quick start URL, and there's a how-to video there as well. Have a great day.